my whole life changed when I left my hometown, and this is what you can learn from it. I don't know about you, but if you've ever had big dreams, goals, and ambitions, and you know you were destined for more, but you always just felt like something that was holding you back, what has come really prevalent recently is understanding that there's a sort of a balance to you getting towards your goals, and it's how much space can you create for yourself, then how much can you create in other areas of your life, right? It's the entrepreneur's curse. So one of the reasons that actually motivated me to move away and have to let go of all of the things that I was attached to in my hometown and what I loved was specifically having the opportunity to achieve what I wanted and focus on what I most wanted to focus on. When I started breaking down my weeks wanting to transition from a normal job to working on my own business and then taking off with that and really achieving something for myself, was that I had events on weeknights, I had events on weekends, I had obligations that I had to go to, and I felt rude to say no to. And then when you're trying to focus on actually working your business, it makes it really quite difficult to have solid, deep work breaks to get it done. I was like, man, for me to really unleash my full potential, I've just got to move somewhere. And I did choose somewhere that was absolutely beautiful, but I had been here a few times and really sort of felt a pull towards that. And we all know that when you actually move and you go through and you give yourself a setting and a container where you can focus just on you, magic happens. I end up having to let go of a few things, which we all do if we want to maximize our potential and reach our full capability. As a human, I had to let go of family, had to let go of friendships, had to let go of who I identified myself as in that city and state. Now, one of the most refreshing things of when you move to a new area is you can really create your own sense of self. There's nothing holding you back. There's other people's opinions of you and how they perceive you and how they think you are as an identity do not matter anymore and don't hold you back, and you don't conform to them because they're not confirming who you are to yourself all the time. You get to now express yourself and what you most want to and how you'd most like to without anyone confirming maybe some unconscious beliefs about yourself or used to have. So now you're in this perfect position to basically unzip like your skin, shed an old version of yourself and celebrate a new version. And it's one of the best feelings ever. And I can tell you right now, some of the things that have happened in my life from moving away is everything that I've ever wanted to was to come true. I wanted to move away, in my example, so that I could create a container for myself, so that when I moved out, I could focus specifically on my business, end up creating a job and job freedom for myself and really create impact. I have this burning passion to really make a difference. And what I learned through personal development and studying your own business and doing a business degree was that the best way to do that is to get really clear on who you are and have your own self-awareness. Figure out your most important gift, your strengths and what you can move forward on, and then package that however you'd like and create a business out of it. Now, some people, they're really passionate about gut health or nutrition, so they want to help people in those areas. For other people, they like these, they like necklaces. They love the feeling themselves of feeling like they're deluxe, or they feel a little bit sparkling and special, and they feel well dressed and competent, and they can show this off through a necklace. What I specifically sell is personal development, and I help people level up as a leader, which makes big shifts in themselves, and they make big shifts in their business, they make big shifts in their relationships, they make big shifts in the directions that they want to go. After moving away, within a couple of months, my business completely took off. I went from a really stressed out period of put in $5,000 into a business knowing that no money was coming back and making $15,000 in a week. I found my dream partner. I have my dream location and house. I set up my studio, my clients and customers so I could give my best, and I didn't have the distraction. Now, does it hurt that I had to let go and leave people? Absolutely. Absolutely I did that. But when I understood that we create so many obligations around us, and that if you have true friends and good friends, they're going to be around forever. My friends aren't going anywhere. I can head back to my hometown whenever I want, catch up with everyone, and I'm just going to have an amazing time. However, as obligations for me to achieve my big goals aren't there anymore. So the question that I like to pose to you guys here real quickly is, what obligations do you have? And remember guys, if you're enjoying this video, you like anything here, please hit that subscribe button. That would be the best. So what are the benefits that you can actually get from moving away? I think most importantly is you give yourself this permission and this reason to 100% be yourself without having to hold anything back. You also learn a whole bunch of different new skills in regards to creating new friends, maintaining relationships, and also what relationships and people are like outside of your own community and network and circle. And you grasp a better understanding of human beings and how everyone is really so different and how they work and how you can show up as a better person, which helps you learn more about yourself and what you truly want. I also think it's really great to have a good reset, like reset the slate in terms of whatever you believe about yourself. If you're feeling stuck, stagnant, if you're feeling uncertain, if you feel like you're ready for something greater, but for some reason you just can't get there or shift into that, it's a really good excuse or reason to move out or move into another location, which is going to give you the tools and experience in your own mind to really think about what you most want to do. I believe that at any given moment, our own egos are trying to make up a reason for ourselves to stay in our own comfort zone wrapped around us. And that is done by our environment and our situation. And when you move away, it's new job, new career, it's new people, and you're just really shaking up the snow globe to pick out, what you most want to do. And it's really interesting because you could be missing out on an opportunity or a sense of who you are, what you most love, specifically because you're not willing to let go of everything around you. I would also like to say that it's critically important to know that you can always go back. It's really good that you can actually just go back home and meet people. However, I have found that sometimes heading back's a little bit scary because you're like, oh, there's parts of myself that I didn't really like there, but I think it's really good to go there and face those things and integrate them because they've also helped you to get to where you are. And the last key point is freedom to create. You're actually creating space for yourself. So you're having this freedom in your own mind. Like if you're too caught up in your business, if you're really busy as an entrepreneur, you're someone who feels like, oh, I need to fill in space with doing stuff and being busy, then it's one of the most perfect things that you can do. And it's not going on a holiday, and it's not just visiting somewhere, it's actually changing and moving somewhere. It may not be interstate or may not be overseas, it could just be to a different neighborhood and suburb. Friedrich Nietzsche, one of the most important things that he discusses in some of his literature is there's multiple things you can change. You can health, your wealth, a new job and a career, but he believes that people do not put enough time and attention on how important it is where your specific location is. And it's not in terms of your location of like, oh, I live in a beautiful state, a beautiful city. It's like, no, your very specific, precise location. Do you live in the country, or would you live in a situation where it's hard for you to travel to different locations? You may like that, and it's worth the silence and it's worth the solitude. Or you might be someone who likes efficiency and you like to be placed somewhere where you're close to a beach and you're really close to healthy food stores, so you don't have to go anywhere to buy healthy food. Or you could be someone who, for example, really likes to have a clear mind, who is really close to a social as their work and their livelihood is where they are. You may like cold weather, you may like warm weather, you may like something consistent throughout the year, you may like a routine where the sun goes up at 6 and down, comes up at 6 and is down at 6 p.m. as well. Or you might be someone who likes things that move around a little bit. And I truly believe figuring out what is most important to you and your own values and living into that location is something that you can do to really move forward, to express who you are and to really achieve what you most want to achieve. All I can say is that it's worked for me. So if you guys like this video, please hit that subscribe button or share with a friend. You can follow me on Instagram, Corey Boutwell, that's Corey with an E, or head to my website, getstartedwithcorey.com. Big love guys, see you in the next one.